What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So it's 2022 and I know a lot of people are making New Year's resolutions to get in shape. In my opinion, one of the best ways to get in shape is riding a bicycle. So right now, I want to let you guys know, if you are an experienced cyclist, just skip this video, move on with it. But if you are new to cycling and you've just gotten your new bike, I've got 6 really important things that I think every new cyclist should have. So let's get into it. The first thing on the list, and I know a lot of you are gonna say, well, duh, that's obvious, but it's really not, because I see a lot of people not using this item while they ride their bike, and that's a bicycle helmet. While some helmets are far more expensive than others, all helmets are required to pass certain safety standards before they can be sold. Just because a helmet is more expensive, that does not mean that it is going to necessarily protect you better than a cheaper helmet. Typically, more expensive helmets are made to be lighter and have more airflow, but regardless of price, a cheap helmet could potentially save your life. So regardless of what kind of helmet you're wearing, get a freaking helmet when you ride your bike. The next item on the list is a floor pump. When I first got into cycling, I lived with my mom and she owned a little air compressor. So I bought an adapter for the compressor and used that to air up my bike tires. This worked okay, but it was a pain in the ass to pull out the compressor and fire it up every time I needed air. On top of that, I had no way of seeing what PSI I was at. Once I got a legit floor pump, it made adding air to the tires so much more convenient, and the pump I got had a PSI gauge built into it so I could easily see if I had the right amount of air. A pump is also much easier and convenient to throw in your car if you are traveling with your bike. The third item on the list is a good pair of quality bike shorts or bibs. When I started cycling, I purchased a cheap pair of padded shorts. They worked okay, but after getting a nice pair, I actually realized how shitty the cheap ones were. A good pair of padded bibs or shorts can be a game changer. And while shorts are cheaper than bibs for the most part, over the past few years, I have found myself basically just using bibs. They just seem to be more comfortable and kind of keep that butt pad up in place. The fourth item on the list is clipless bike shoes and pedals. I will never forget my first ride. I actually rode 50 miles from my mom's house to my grandma's house all the way in St. Louis. I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I decided I would just use tennis shoes and flat pedals. Immediately after that ride, I went to the bike shop and got a pair of cycling shoes and pedals. And guys, if you're afraid that you're not gonna like cycling shoes because they're gonna be hard to walk in or you're gonna be clipped in and fall, I can tell you this, you can get a pair of mountain bike shoes with a mountain bike clipless pedal, and you can use that even on a road bike, even on a gravel bike. That's basically what I use all the time as a mountain bike shoe, and they're way easier to walk in. And if you're afraid of falling, I can promise you, yeah, you're probably gonna fall a few times, but you're also gonna get used to it really quickly, and it's gonna make pedaling your bike and riding your bike that much more efficient and fun. The fifth item on the list, and this is one that I overlooked for a really long time, and that is a legitimate bike fit. I recently just got my first bike fit, and it is something I wish I had done 10 years ago. Not only will a bike fit make you feel more comfortable on your bike, which will in turn allow you to have more fun, but it could also prevent you from getting injured. If you ride a bike that doesn't fit properly, you could develop pain in different areas of your body, and over time, those pains could get worse and eventually develop into severe injuries. And the last item on the list is a wedge bag or some other type of bag to carry all of your tools in while you're out riding your bike. The last thing you want is to be stranded on a ride with no way to fix your bike. In my wedge bag, I always carry a multi-tool, spare tube, chain pack pliers with a spare link, and tire levers. I also always have a mini pump on my bike and sometimes also carry CO2 in my wedge bag. If you're running tubeless tires, it's a good idea to carry tire plugs. It is also a good idea to have a general understanding of how to change a tube before you head out for a ride. I didn't know how to change a tube until I got my first flat, but I was forced to learn real quick. So there you have it, 6 essential things that every new cyclist should have. I'm sure I left some things off the list, so be sure to comment below. Guys, thanks for checking out the video. Remember, until next time, keep crushing it.